In the vast steppes of Central Asia, where the wind cuts like a blade and survival is earned, not given, one man rose from nothing. He had no kingdom, no army, no throne. But he had something more dangerous than all of those. A vision. This is the story of how a forgotten child of the grasslands built the largest empire the world has ever seen. This is the Mongol Empire. The boy from the steppes. Around 1162, in the harsh lands of modern-day Mongolia, a boy was born clutching a blood clot in his fist. His name was Temüjin. The shamans called it a sign of a great warrior. But greatness would not come easy. When Temüjin was just 9 years old, his father was poisoned by a rival tribe. His family was abandoned, left to starve on the frozen steppe. Most boys would have died. Temüjin survived. And from that survival grew something cold, focused, and unstoppable: ambition. Over the next 2 decades, he fought. He formed alliances. He was betrayed. He was enslaved. And still, he rose. By 1206, every Mongol tribe had bent the knee. At a great assembly known as the Kurultai, Temüjin was given a new name: Genghis Khan. Universal ruler. The war machine. Genghis Khan didn't just build an army. He built a revolution. In a world where loyalty went to bloodlines, Genghis promoted by merit. A common soldier could rise to command 10,000 men, not because of his family name, but because of his courage and skill. His army was organized in units of 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000, called the Temüjin. Disciplined, precise, devastating. They moved on horseback, fast, silent, and lethal. Capable of covering over 100 miles in a single day. But the Mongols weren't just raiders. They were strategists. They used Chinese engineers to operate siege weapons. They used psychological warfare, offering mercy to cities that surrendered peacefully, and absolute destruction to those that resisted. Word spread faster than any army could ride. And cities began to fall, before the Mongols even arrived. The Conquests. Between 1206 and 1227, Genghis Khan unleashed his armies on the world. First came the Shishir dynasty in western China. Then the powerful Jin dynasty in the north. Then, the most devastating campaign of all. The Khwarezmian Empire. A wealthy, powerful civilization stretching across modern-day Iran and Central Asia. Its ruler insulted the Mongol envoys. It was his last mistake. Within 3 years, cities that had stood for centuries, Samarkand, Bukhara, Merv, were reduced to ash and silence. Millions were dead. Genghis Khan died in 1227, but his empire did not die with him. His sons and grandsons carried the banner forward. Ojeda pushed into Russia and Eastern Europe. Hulagu sacked Baghdad in 1258, ending the Abbasid Caliphate, the heart of the Islamic world. Kublai Khan conquered China completely, founding the Yuan dynasty. By 1279, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Korean peninsula to the doorstep of Europe. 24 million square kilometers. 100 million people under one flag. Why it worked? So how did a tribe of nomads conquer half the world? It wasn't just force. The Mongols were surprisingly tolerant rulers. They allowed conquered peoples to practice their own religion. They protected trade routes. They hired local administrators and scholars. Under what historians call the Pax Mongolica, the Mongol peace, the Silk Road thrived like never before. Ideas, goods, and disease moved freely across continents. Yes, disease too. The Black Death likely traveled west along these very trade routes. The Mongol Empire was a paradox. A force of destruction that accidentally connected the world. The empire didn't last forever. Succession disputes tore it apart. Conquered cultures slowly absorbed the conquerors. The vast distances became impossible to govern. But for nearly a century, one family, born on the open steppe, held more power than any dynasty before or since. Genghis Khan began life with nothing and left behind a world forever changed. Music swells softly. If you found this story as extraordinary as we do, hit that subscribe button and join us at Spiky History, where the past comes alive, one empire at a time. We'll see you in the next on.